Sweet. What's up, guys? TGIF, Firestarter Friday. If you know, you know. We absolutely love Friday. I was just telling someone today, Friday has become my second favorite day of the week. What's my favorite? Thursday. Thursdays are just freaking awesome. And then Fridays are pretty darn cool. So with that being said, I see we got Carly on. Yay! What's up, Ozzy? And we got Mike. And it doesn't show on here, but it shows over here. So
it's
Facebook
so
is just
crazy
weird.
if we're not getting
Ola, aloha, friend, she says. We can't see it on the computer, but
having a later start is great because that means Australia gets to plug in. I know it's still early morning. At least that y'all are awake, though.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So yeah, we'll just check comments over here. So sweet. Anywho, so today we're going to be talking about productive work versus busy work. So for those that don't know, if you're in this group, you may or may not know, Brittany and I have really built in our third company we're building in right now. And again, we try not to say, we don't do like company names. This group is really meant to be a network marketers to learn tips, right? But at the same time, obviously, we're part of a network marketing company or we wouldn't be doing that, right? So we're actually currently building in our third company, and I believe it's probably going to be the last company that we're ever with. We're grateful for our first company. We learned so much. It transitioned us into the industry. We learned a lot of things. Our second company that we built in, we are grateful for, and we made a lot of great friendships. We learned a lot of things. It opened our eyes to really more so showed us that our hearts are with the little people and will forever be. And so we're grateful for that time. Made a lot of great relationships there. But now, third time's a charm, right? So that's what they say. So with that...
I think we were pretty good at the first and second time, though.
What?
I said I think we were pretty good first and second time.
Yeah, we did okay first and second time. But I want to talk about... So it's not like it's not an accident. We didn't get lucky, right? There are people in this space that get lucky, and sometimes we were just talking about some of our friends in our original company. They had this monster leg. They brought on somebody who blew it up, and they had a highly successful business because of that. But now they're doing okay, but they definitely aren't. And I think it's because they never learned the skill set to build, to genuinely grind and build. They're great culture creators, I will tell you that. But the people I'm thinking of, and I'm not going to say any names, they're not in here, so it's not a big deal. But they're great culture creators, but the skill set of actually doing the build. And culture creating is very important. That's why we have Life Changers, right? We love culture, but the build. We've really learned the build. And what I mean by that, this isn't a luck thing. Like, it's certainly people, sometimes you get lucky and whatnot, but anyone can be successful with the right opportunity. Anyone can be successful if they're willing to do the grind, do the work. But what we see oftentimes is too many people get caught up in busy work. And we're going to talk about what some of those things look like. For us, in our company that we're with, we have a very simple system. I mean, it's so simple. So there are some very simple steps that you can pound the stone, and that's the productive work. Mm-hmm. Everything else is busy work. Meaning, sometimes there are some people that in this space, they want to make flyers, for example. They want to make a flyer. Every time somebody on their team, hits a rank, they want to make a flyer, and they feel like they need to post that flyer on Facebook. And what that does, that slows momentum. Here's why that slows momentum. Because not only are you wasting time making flyers and posting flyers, but then when you do that, your team then thinks they have to do that, and then they're like, well, I don't know how to make flyers. Then they got to learn how to make flyers, and like all these things, and it just completely slows momentum. There's no need to do that. There's just no need to do that. on our team, if someone we personally sponsored or someone that we are connected with, even within our team, someone that we know within our team hits a rank or we notice it, we reach out to them one-on-one and we say, I see you, you're crushing it, good job. People want to be recognized. They don't need to be publicly recognized. They need to know that someone sees them, someone sees what they're doing. That's it. The everything else, the busy work of, I got to make flyers, I got to do this. Another example is sometimes people get caught up in ingredients stuff. I had someone reach out to me today and they was like, hey, I had someone ask me if our products are methylated. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Look, in our company, we're one rank away from diamond in the company. We're one rank away from diamond in the company. We'll be diamond by my birthday. September 14th is my 39th birthday. 39 or will I be 40? 39. Yeah, 39 is my 39th birthday, and we'll be diamond in our company by then.
You know how old it is.
I don't know what methylated is. I don't know what methylated. I do not know what.
Definitely asked the wrong person.
Yeah.
Should have messaged Josh. And don't ever message if you guys. No, don't message him. Ever message him about ingredients. Please
No,
don't.
I
I could answer some of the questions. Don't ask.
Right, so I don't know what methylated is because methylated to me means I'm getting hung up learning what methylated is, right? I don't know. We got an awesome product director in our company that you can literally just send an email to and they'll take care of that. I don't need to do that stuff, right? So that being said, and that's not me saying I don't love you if you're asking me a question like that, because I do, but I know that those things can be busy work, and if I get caught up doing busy work, I'm not changing lives. I'm just not. I'm not impacting lives if I'm caught up doing a bunch of busy work. And so I say that to say so often in this space, there's people that will get hung up on things that it's a lot of busy work, and it's like you could impact so many lives, and you'll learn all the things along the way. One day somebody will probably say to me, in a year or two, they'll explain to me what methylated is in a conversation, and that'll be cool.
Somebody's going to reach out to you.
Right, that'll be cool. But I don't know what that is. But that doesn't mean I have to know what that is to be highly successful and impact a whole lot of lives, right?
Sure.
So I say that to say, don't get caught up in the busy work, because the busy work will kill production. It will kill productivity. And you don't need to do all those flyers and I need to know every ingredient and all that stuff. Some people feel like they need to know that. But if you want to build a business fast, you're probably not going to want to get caught up in all that stuff. That's just the reality. And yeah, so what you got in reference to?
I would say don't lose your hype. And I don't mean like hype product or hype, fake hype. I meant like your excitement. Don't lose your excitement when you get started, or if you come out of a convention or whatever that is. Don't lose that because you need to know the details and everything. Our very first company, we didn't honestly know exactly how we got paid until a couple months in.
She knew well before me.
Yeah, I did, but I still didn't know. I kind of knew, and I definitely wasn't going to explain it to him because he did not care whatsoever, because that was going to stop him from reaching out. And so it doesn't matter how much you know how in-depth your compensation plan is or every ingredient in your product. If you're not reaching out and sharing it with people, it does you zero good.
Yeah.
So you're never going to get anywhere in your opportunity if you're not reaching out to people, right? And so it's much better to just reach out to people, and then if they ask you a question about something, just say, I don't know, I can connect you to somebody that can, because somebody can answer those questions. You don't have to be the expert ever to make it to whatever the highest level is in the company that you're with.
That's right.
It's not needed. That's what a corporate staff of the company you're with is for, right? That's what their jobs are. And so you don't have to be that person. That's network marketing, right?
What I see though with people that feel like they need to do those things is they get caught up in those busy work things, and then and this is where, if you want to get caught up in those things, okay, but this is where it breaks my heart for them, is then they beat themselves up because they don't have the business that they want. Right? And because they've been spending so much time on these busy work things, like organizing office or something like that. I don't know. Making flyers, doing all these things, and they've been spending so much time on those things. And the things that will actually move the ball down the field, gain some yardage, they're not spending the time on. And then and it's okay if that's what they actually want. But what they actually want is to have a successful business. And so it breaks my heart, because then they beat themselves up and they're like, and they're discouraged within themselves. And it's only because they've spent a bunch of time on busy work. That's it. But in our company, we have such a simple system in place and process in place. Like literally anybody can do it and have great success. But it's going to take, you have to do it, right? And so that's I guess that's the message. Don't get caught up in a lot of busy work and focus on the productive activity.
I was going to say, I just think, honestly, sometimes I feel like I would like to go back 10, 15 years, because so much of today's like life and everything is like based off of like influencers and all that stuff, and I get like I mean, some people might say Josh and I are influencers, but I wouldn't label us influencers, because we don't do the stuff that like influencers do, right? I have a great friend. She is very sweet. She was in our previous company. I love her. I love who she is. I love her heart, but truthfully, I mean, and I would tell her to her face if she ever asked me, like, I wasn't recruited by her or anything like that, but I would never follow her, because I had been on her trainings. I did stuff, and I couldn't do that because she was an influencer. She hires photographers and takes these fancy photos and does all these things and posts them on Instagram, and, and then she does these trainings with her team and she teaches them, oh, well, you have to have this app, and, you need to make sure that all your Instagram photos are, like, all in this type of, like, I don't know, shade or whatever. I don't know. I don't understand all that. I just post what I post, y'all. None of it makes sense, and none of it it all clashes, right? I mean, I don't know. I'm just real. Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to get into all of those things, right? Because I don't have time to do that. I do get posting on social media, but I don't get taking, hours out of your life to plan out exactly what you're going to post every single day. Just post your life. Be real, be raw. People are attracted to that. Don't spend time doing busy work on trying to make your social media perfect or any of those things, because in all reality, that's not going to attract anybody if you're not reaching out to them first, because it doesn't matter what they see. Most people will not reach out to you. You have to make the first contact anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. So all the things that we do on social media, for example, only works because all the reaching out that goes on behind the scenes, all the work that we do, the income producing activity, the productive work we do behind the scenes. So everything we put out there on social media only works or looks like it works because we've already talked to these people.
It's just a reminder for people. Like, it's like, oh, I just saw Brittany post this. Oh, man, she messaged me the other day and I didn't get back to her.
That's right.
That's really what that is.
Right?
Yep. It has nothing to do with, like trying to get them, to say yes to what I'm doing by not reaching out to them, because that's never going to work. You have to reach out to people. Yeah. It just is what it is.
So hear our heart as we're sharing this one, please. I know that this can be a hard topic because especially for people that feel that they do need to know the things. You genuinely don't need to know the things to have the success.
Right.
I know that sometimes it feels like you need to know those things. But that being said, hear our heart. This is not a knock. This is more so us saying, if you feel that you need to know those things and you do pursue those things, don't beat yourself up if your business isn't moving at the speed in which you would like it to be moving. Right. If you've spent your time and energy on busy work.
Right.
Hopefully that makes sense.
I think that makes sense. Because so many people like Josh and I, just to tell you the truth, Josh and I do not even combined probably work 40 hours a week.
No.
I mean, because
we put in maybe 20.
Right, because where most people probably calculate all the time that they're making flyers and they're making posts on social media, we don't count that time because that's busy work and not productive work. And so we only count our productive work as work. The rest of it is just life in general. Because guess what? Even if you weren't in network marketing, you would probably post on Facebook anyway.
Right. Yeah. And honestly, the posts on Facebook usually are just things that have come to mind.
Yeah.
and then it takes me 5
a
minutes.
book I'm reading,
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah, or
Right.
conversation that we've had with somebody or each other, because we talk to each other a lot. So
Yeah. Yeah, I just shared with somebody today the Matthew, and I'll go ahead and call you out, Lindsay. I just shared with Lindsay, I talked about Matthew 18:19. Scripture says, when two agree on something, when two people agree on something, it will be blessed by the Lord.
yes.
So a partnership, and if your partnership, like that's one of the things that's special with Brittany and I. I'm going off on a tangent there, so I should stop. But that's one of the things that's having that partnership. And if you don't have that in your four walls, find your ride or die homie, because we actually we got some rock star friends that just joined the team. I'll not say their names yet, but
And they're ride or die homies.
They are ride or die homies there, and we have a feeling that they're going to. But anywho, okay, let's. I'm getting off on a tangent. This has been more than 10 minutes. Love you guys. God bless. Hopefully this one helps.
Have a great Friday. It's Fire Starter Friday, and so fired it up and let that blaze through your weekend.
Yep. Peace out. Bye.